clock. Where's my alarm clock? I am not going to rate your rep, no. Jesus Christ.
It smells like I'm wondering you know.
We need intermission music here.
Need what?
We need intermission music here. There, there.
Mere moments.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go find them.
I'm gonna take that tablecloth off. There's any housekeeping to come bring a new one, right?
Oh, okay.
Just because I don't want there to be glass and someone to grab it.
All right.
I'm gonna take this away too.
I'm gonna go run around the hall.
Okay. You don't have to screen. I'll take it.
I don't know why we have a screen.
Yeah.
You don't need a screen.
You want me to sit on the counter?
I can't see very well.
Housekeeper probably here.
That's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it. Someone's already sitting, actually already sitting here. Sir?
Sir, thank
All of the above.
Hi. How you doing?
So they were out of the room.
Okay, I was kidding when I said
Okay.
I was kidding when I
Be late. Punctual.
For them.
Oh, they're on their way here. They're sort of en route. We were always
I'll get their butts over here.
Yeah, I'll just do their part. Yeah, that's exactly. It's good. That's a good idea. What? I get nervous. They're supposed to be here. You know, it doesn't even matter. The what panel?
The super password panel.
Oh, geez, really?
Yeah, they left it like.
I think they may be going to get their themselves.
Well, that's a scheduling fail. I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Especially out the
Oh,
line. Yeah.
okay.
Wouldn't there be a big turnout for stand-up?
So it's the Xander show.
It's the Xander Show. It's the one-headed monster.
I was
That's
just saying,
boring.
you don't say
You still have
the
60
one-headed
seconds.
monster. You don't
Okay.
say someone's a one-headed human.
That's
It's just
true.
a monster.
Yeah.
It's better than the one-eyed monster.
Whoa.
I was actually
Well, that got dark.
behind him, and I
Now
said,
that's a bad
what's
dragon
the three-headed
throw.
monster would not do the 3 cents. We got 2 in a row.
Oh, God. Hello.
Hi.
Do you need anything? No, I don't think so. Actually, we don't need this on, honestly. Unless you guys like blue screen.
We'll let Xander deal with it.
Well, if you stand in front of it, you might be able to hide.
I could make a
camouflage.
PowerPoint presentation. Well, it's technically 7 o'clock, so I could start.
You guys have a switch there on, just talking to them. If you guys need music,
Well, I think we're good. I think we're good. So squeezable. Pretty, just a little tech.
whatever type of using does have issues or that changes, there's some numbers back here on this board.
Okay.
Text through name to it and it'll show up.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna forget all of that. There's a pen and paper too. Oh, Spider-Man! Thank God you're here.
Spider-Man's here today. What did you break?
Glass actually.
You broke glass? Drink.
I broke the drinking glass.
Lick it up.
He actually did glass. That escalated quickly.
Okay.
Just don't break
It's
those.
sticky.
Well, yeah.
What did you do?
Not excited.
Oh, I hope that doesn't mean what I think it means.
Yes, it does.
Hey, this is very loud. Okay. My teeth are loud. Anyway, I might as well start her off, so, as we're waiting for the other two heads, but welcome to Three-Headed Monster! Woo! Oh, man. It's been a crazy 2016, to say the least. I used to say that, oh, we got more people, great. Anyway, I used to say that I like the World Cup of soccer because let the rest of the country know what it's like to be a Cubs fan. And we actually won this year. It was great. We didn't flip that many cars. It was fantastic. And another crazy thing that happened was, I don't know if you saw this on the news, people decided to do couples ice dancing dressed as victims of the Holocaust.
Yes.
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 What?
Twitter. Are you serious?
Absolutely fucking true. It's very true.
Look it up.
Now, I'm sure their hearts were in the right place. It's not like they danced to Great Balls of Fire or burning down the house. But there's no ways they could skate in the Holocaust. It doesn't even make sense. Like, if you're gonna be incredibly offensive, just make sense. Like, if you were to do synchronized swimming dressed as the victims of the Titanic. That would make sense. 9/11 high dive. That would make sense. But I think we can all agree the craziest thing that happened this year is one man
President Trump.
with a Twitter account and sheer will shocked the world and fucked a McChicken. That's right! If you haven't seen it, there's video of a guy fucking a McChicken. Alkali's here!
On that note,
And he did not fuck a McChicken yet. That's right! I actually watched the video for research. And it's amazing, because there's a red background, the rapper's there. He's clearly loving it. But I just love it because McChicken trended on Twitter. And you know there was some excited McDonald's executive, like, oh boy, why is McChicken trending? Oh no! But anyway, so here's something fun you could do. And I've been meaning to share this information for a while. So when you go out shopping, especially at Walgreens, Bandez knows this. But anyways, you go shopping, display out all your items, and you know, as you get them tallied up, at the end of your list, put a big old bottle of butt lube. Because the teller is making a story in his head. And you just became the M. Night Shyamalan of groceries. One of those things in his head, that's going up your ass. Because I discovered this when totally unrelated items, I bought lube and a disposable camera. I'm like, oh shit, he thinks I'm a back alley proctologist. Okay. Actually, one time I went in and I bought it by itself. The guy was like, oh, I heard this is good. I was like, yeah. And I just put down my impulse buy Snickers. Anyway, so speaking of which, who wants to hear a story about my butt? Oh, that's the spirit. So, I went to the bathroom not too long ago, and as I went to flush, I noticed a little bit of red. Now, that's not good, and either I'm ready to bear children, or I should see the fucking doctor. So that's what I did. I went to the doctor, and I hate going to the fucking doctor, because I have high blood pressure, I take medicine and everything. It's the first thing you do every time you go. And they do the same thing every time. All right, just relax as I squeeze the living shit out of your arm. Okay, I'll stare at this wall. But hey, guess what? On the wall is a poster of a see-through old man dying of the thing you are testing me for. So yes, I might have white coat hypertension. Fuck off. Anyway, here comes the doctor, and he comes, all right, well, if you got blood in your stool, whatever, we should get it checked out. We both know what has to happen here, so go ahead and take that out of your pants and assume the position. So, I know that a lot of comedians do I got fingered by the doctor stories. Here's the difference here. Both him and I know that I am extremely gay. So, normally, the doctor is going to be probing where no man has gone before. Where with both him and I know is where he's going is strictly Federation space. Captain's log, same shit, different day. So anyway, as he's going in, he does all the normal stuff, like, all right, you might feel a little bit discomfort. And as he's going in, part of me just wanted to look back and be like, bitch, please. But I actually wanted to make him feel good, you know? It's like, almost like, look back and be like, oh God, your finger's so big. You drew the biggest turkeys in class. You're like Bizarro Trump. So yeah, that happened. Trump apparently became our next president. My ass is okay, but important things. I gotta give you closure on the butt story. I don't want to leave you in suspense, as fucking Cheeto Man said. Anyway, yeah. So Donald Trump is a weird politician because normally politicians have perfect hair. You know, there's perfectly perfect hair, like perfect like JFK. Whereas Donald Trump has hair like JFK in Texas. I'll give you a moment on that. Just every time I see a picture of him screaming, all I hear is, I will bring you into Valhalla, shiny and chrome. I love that fucking movie, by the way. Anyway, so if he actually does try to build that wall, as so many want him to try to do, it's not going to work, because all the Mexicans will bring their little kids. They can just bring them up to the wall, and all the kids can go, "Oye, Kool-Aid!" Oh yeah! They didn't think this through. So, I mean, there could be some upsides, like, you know, we could have some interesting video games, like an 8-bit game, like, instead of, it would be MAGA Man. MAGA Man, instead of Mega Man, Mega Man would steal different bosses' abilities, and MAGA Man would still steal different bosses' rights. So that's how that would happen. Anyway, a lot of people say, like, oh, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. I just want to say real quick, and then get on a mini soapbox here, for 5 seconds, you can't say don't worry. That's not your right to say, because everyone's got a different life, got a different circumstance. Like, you can't say don't worry about the killer bees if you are a fucking bee. That's just the way it fucking works. Anyway, that's all that. You get it though, right? Alright. Anyway, my life is relatively, you know, safe, and I find myself doing things that are unnecessarily risky. Just to feel a little bit alive, because like I have a really long commute, but I'll be driving to my work, and I will get unnecessarily low on fuel. And I do it all the time. Like, I pass the gas station I should have gone in, and I'll just wait and I'll feel a little bit more alive when I pull into there. And like, if I ever run out of gas, and I slowly, as I have no gas, roll into the gas station, oh my God, the inside of my car will just be covered in white. Remember the safety phone from Demolition Man? Just like that. Don't take the next part of this too seriously. But if I was ever terminally ill, I said don't take it seriously. Shut up. And if I knew I was gonna go soon, what I would want to do is go down to the nearest used car lot and go there during a big sale and go to find a nice camera, find a nice security camera, find a good deal on a car, be like, hey, how much for this Ford whatever right here? The guy be like, oh, well, that's actually half off. And that's when I activate the bomb in my head. It would be traumatic, but it would make a great YouTube video. Anyway, so recently, I lost actually like 25 pounds. Actually, I lost a lot of weight. And it's funny though, like, because historically speaking, like, according, like, compared to most people, like, our daily struggles are so different. Like, for most people throughout history, their daily struggle was to go out, find food, to feed their family so they could live one more day. And my daily struggle was to not turn right at the Taco Bell. Like, if I had a montage of my life, like, losing weight, it would just be me sadly driving by fast food restaurants. I've eaten so much Taco Bell they should pay for my funeral. That's all I'm saying. Bury me in a $5 box, I don't care. Cause like, if I'm not concentrating, like, I would just black out and my mouth will be full of chippies. Cause I fucking love tortilla chips, that's just my life. And just, I love tortilla chips so much, I feel like it's my destiny to have a Willy Wonka-esque death and like drown in a Tostitos factory or something. I don't know. Anyway, I saw that movie recently, and I love how at the end of it, I know my inner child is broken, because when he still looks like, okay, Willie, what happens now? And he's like, they lived happily ever after. And I think there's something wrong with me when I stand up and say, that's fucking bullshit. Because I'm like, okay, what happens next? Wonka's leaving town. He's got all this cash. Why is he leaving? He's obviously a crazy person. And he's got crazy ass curly hair and a top hat. So,
Would you like some candy?
you see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking he's splitting town for a reason. Like, there's about to be a fucking Oompa Loompa uprising. So as he takes over, like, those Oompa Loompas are gonna go totally Gaddafi on his ass. Just Charlie's gonna wake up one day and they're all gonna be surrounding him. Oompa Loompa Doopa Dee Doo. We will now stab you where you go, boom. Historically accurate. Anyway, I don't know. I just see that. I just see it turning into a rich, chocolatey BioShock. I haven't played that game. I don't know about you guys. Anyway, so what was another thing? So I've been trying to eat more vegetables and stuff, superfoods and whatever the hell the new thing is. It's weird. Like, I just assume that if I can't pronounce the food, that it's good for me. Like, every goddamn food I see is just like, it sounds like a Final Fantasy character. It's like, greetings, I am Lord Kale from the land of Quinoa. I will help you lose weight by making you instantly vomit. I don't know who's in charge of naming that stuff. It's probably the same people who are in charge of naming Indiana. Because I actually looked this up as far as things to do, as far as for material on Indiana. Okay, what does Indiana mean? Land of Indians. Got it. I thought really hard on that one. So, Indiana, land of Indians. First of all, I don't see any goddamn Indians. Time to update the goddamn name. First of all, Indiana, it's known for the white race, the Indy 500. Anyway, so I think Indiana should be changed to racy, corny, shooty. Anyway, I'm actually running out of stuff here because these guys got late. So I'm gonna leave you guys on this. First of all, the McChicken story. We brought that up to our Dragon Show patrons. Like, hey guys, just jokingly, what if for the Dragon Show a Patreon bonus is me and Alkali fucking a McChicken?
Oh.
And the response was staggeringly positive. It was like, everyone's like, hey guys, do we do this? Yes, yes, do it, yes. It would be called a McDicken. Yes, yes. It was insane. So we've had a lot of fun with the podcast and everything. And one thing that happened recently with it was we were talking about issues in the world. And I think we accidentally solved global warming. Now hear me out.
Oh no.
We accidentally solved global warming because we have all this CO2 and that's being produced by us. Now it's not just you know, fossil fuels and stuff. It's also like meat consumption, but you know, not everyone's gonna go vegetarian or anything. That's crazy, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna kill people, just relax, but you know, we could make less people. So that's what I thought. Okay, make less people. We start an advertising campaign, hashtag, butt fuck everything. Now hear me out. Go polar with this. Even to the straight people, we say, hey, listen, straight people, make it the second hole your first priority. Hashtag butt fuck everything. Look, it's a movement, a thrusting movement. We can all get behind this. Hashtag butt fuck everything. If we need a logo, you show us a sad pet, not panda. There's a sad panda. I'm sorry. Hey, what we do is we show a polar bear. Okay, he's sad. He's on a melting sheet of ice. But you know what? There's another polar bear behind him, fucking him in full-out leather gear, drinking a Coca-Cola. He's solving the problem. Feel like that polar bear. Hashtag butt fuck everything. And that's all I got for now, so thanks a lot, guys.
Go for it. Did you seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
Well, make sure you don't break anything else.
Hello. Welcome, welcome. So many people. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness. So, quick round of applause. Who here remembered everything they needed for the convention? Remembered every single item they needed? Who here forgot at least one thing? Yes, I am one of you. I did this on the way to the convention, and you know, I've forgotten things before. Like, oh, I forgot my comb. Oh well. Sometimes I've forgotten things that are a little more important. Get to the con, unpack my car. Oh, there's my clothes. Okay, there's my hand paws, feet paws, tail. Forgot my fursuit hat at home. Oh. I've done that before. Oh. This convention was a little interesting. I'm on the way here, I'm driving to Chicago, and I realized, oh, you know, I wear a CPAP at night, which, for those of you who don't know, it's a little device, fits right on your nose, basically forces air down your throat so you keep breathing at night. And lately the latch on it's been a little loose. So like, it's like, it sounds like the Furby from His Old Retired Story. I'm like, okay, I need some sort of fasteners to like, keep this thing down so that if there's anyone else in the room, they're not listening to all night long. I'll stop by somewhere on the way to come. And then a little while later, I'm thinking, oh, you know, I remember there was this girl. I was talking to her on Telegram before coming to the con. And it's probably nothing gonna happen. But even if there's their 0.00001% chance, I want protection. Last thing I need is an STD, like gonorrhea or, you know, kids. So I'm like, okay, look in my bag. Expired in 2011. Oh, I need new ones. So I'm like, okay, I'll pick those up on the way to con. And I pull off at the last exit and, okay, stop by the pharmacy right before getting here. And as I'm walking in the door, I realize, oh shit, I'm gonna walk up to the pharmacy counter with a box of condoms and rubber bands. No! I'm not going to do this! Okay, let me think. Okay, I'm gonna get some other items. We'll smooth this out. They won't put two and two together. So I'm walking around, grab a few random other things, get to the stationery section. Okay, rubber bands, two other cheap random things just to throw in and throw them off the track. Then get up to the counter, put everything out on there. And the clerk looks at the items and looks at me. And I'm like, what? It's just a bunch of random, oh no. And I realized what I've done. Bottle of wine, box of sleeping pills, condoms, rubber bands, and because I grabbed other stuff from the stationery section, a glue stick and a pack of glitter. I have made things much, much worse. Horrendously worse. And the clerk is looking at me like, I want to ask you a question. And I'm like, she's gonna ask, okay, just ask, just get it over with. I have to ask you a question. You don't have to answer, but is there some kind of party happening tonight? Because you're the third person who's got this today. I'm like, whoa. I don't know what you're talking. I'm on my way here. I'm in town for a convention. Like, I just grabbed a few random things and then I'm heading right over to the Hyatt. As soon as I said the word Hyatt, she stopped mid-scan. Even the machine stopped mid-scan. Whip, woo. And I saw the look on her face. And she looks at me, looks at the items. And she'll say the thing that I will never forget. Yeah, the furries are in town this weekend. Don't be like me. Remember your shit. Don't be rubber band condom pendas. Don't do it. So, for those of you that don't know, I work in pharmacy. I'm a pharmacist, which is kind of interesting because you both have the retail side of things, which is like, you know, like I said, you get people like me coming up to the counter, you know. And when you work in retail, I'm sure there's people in here that's worked in retail. You know, you kind of remember your customers like, oh, hey, that's Mr. J. He comes in every Saturday for his last pack of cigarettes. He's quitting sometime soon. That's the lady with the red hair that comes in with her husband on Tuesdays to get diapers and baby food. There's the guy with the green hair that comes in on Saturdays with the red-headed girl to buy condoms. Not my business. But in pharmacy, you also have the healthcare side of things. So not only there's that, but it's combined with, I'm here to get a prescription filled. Here's my name and my date of birth and my address and my phone number and social security. Here's my insurance information. Here's all the meds I'm allergic to. Here's all the meds I'm taking. Here's all my health conditions. Here's a link to my Twitter and my Grindr. And whoa, hey! I don't have a link to those last two in my system. Those were for you. Oh, really? That's good to know. I see you're here for a flu shot today. You like the idea of a cylindrical object being slid a half an inch inside you, the fluid squirting and then being withdrawn. The whole process takes 2 seconds. This bodes well for me. Very well for me. But it is weird. And when you work in pharmacy, it's a little different. You get to see all these different people. Like, I've worked all over the state of Michigan in 15 years, and we're screwing up our children really badly. Now, I'm not just talking about the meds we're putting them on. I could go on a 2 Griffin level rant if I wanted to. Like, that's my kids on Concerta first thing in the morning, and then Adderall later in the day, dose of Ritalin to get them through the afternoon, another dose of Ritalin to get them through their homework, and then, you know, sometimes if mommy needs some alone time, quarter of her value mixed up in his applesauce. No! Stop that! I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm just talking about what we're naming our children. Seriously, millennial names, oh my God. It's crazy. First of all, please stop naming your kids after drugs. I'm not kidding. Allegra is a very popular name. It's very confusing. Hi, I'm here to pick up a script for Allegra. Okay, and who's it for? Well, it's for Allegra. Okay, yes, but who's it for? No, it's for Allegra. I get it. It's the fucking Who's on First in Pharmacy. And, you know, in some states, like Colorado, soon to be California, this could be very confusing. I'm here to get a script for Mary Jane. Oh. Is that what you're getting or who you're getting it for? You've just blown my mind. At least I haven't seen any true illicit drugs yet. I'm here to pick up a script for my daughter, cocaine. She's an Olympic sprinter. But, you know, and you may think it's cute. Please stop naming your kids after booze. Seriously, you might be like, this is a script for my daughter, little Tequila Rose. Sure, that's cute when she's like 2. Wait till she turns 21. Guys like me will be buying her tequila. If you want a 40-year-old guy buying your 21-year-old shots of tequila for tequila, then name them after booze. Please don't do that. It's just weird. I mean, is it a revenge thing, moms? Is that what it is? 47 hours of labor! I'm naming after how you were conceived. This is little Tequila Rose. Her sister, Vodka Cran. And down here, this is little Sobe. That stands for sex on the beach. We were vacationing in Cancun. That was doubly accurate.
Oh my god. Oh
But the
wow.
way we're naming our children, I swear, it's like we're intentionally trying to find a way to never have to buy them that souvenir shit at Disneyland. Mom, they're out of my nameplate on the souvenir thing. Oh, I know. It must be really, you know, they're sold out everywhere. Man, I just can't believe everyone's always sold out. Yep, now come on along, little LaQuandratron, let's go. You think I'm kidding with that name? Come to Ann Arbor with me. We'll go to the pub. Hello, welcome to Tip of the Morning. I'm LaQuandratron O'Malley. Were you thinking that was something else? Shame on you. But some of the stuff, even just the spelling of the names. Like, it could be a regular, normal name, but no, let's just spell it differently. Like Morris. I'm here to pick up a script for Morris. M-O-R-R-I-S? No, M-O-R-S-E. That's Morse. Your name is Morse, like the code. If I ask you for your date of birth, you're gonna go No. Don't name your kid Morse. I'm here to get a script for Sherry. S-H-E-R-R-Y? Nope. C-H-A-I-R. Your name is Chair. Chair. Do you have a brother that's named Sofa? Did your parents have another kid before they got married? There's one in here for Stepstool. Did you recently adopt a German child? Because there's a script in here for Ottoman. I'm here to get a script for Robbie. R-O-B-B-Y? Nope. R-O-B-E. Your name is Rob. It's not Robbie. I mean, R-O-B-E. That could be Robbie. It's like Wall-E. Except you're a thief from the future instead of building walls, Robbie. But no, your name is Rob. Your parents were either huge fans of D&D, Sith Lords, or just really big fans of bats, because your name is Rob. But the ultimate for me, Chris. And I said this to someone who also works in pharmacy, and they went, was it just the letter X? What? Like Christmas, Xmas, their name was X, and it's Chris. I'm like, no, that would be awkward though. Sign your name. I said sign. Fine.
Oh, dude.
No. Their name. Q.
Oh.
R-I-C-E. Oh, hell no! I can't do the oh hell no, can I? There's people that can do the oh hell no, people that can kind of do the oh hell no, and me down here. I can do that in context in a story that you might hear tomorrow at Convention Horror Stories, but let's not talk about that. But I'm like, your name is Q Rice. It's not Chris, it's Q Rice. Were your parents fans of when Uncle Ben tried to do a rap album? Yo, 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 my name was Uncle Ben, but now it's Q Rice at the bottom and salt, and I taste real nice. In my natural state, I am hard and long, but you add that hot water? No, that hardness is... Yo, yo, Q Rice! Catch my album Side Dish dropping this spring! Available at HMV and the ethnic food section of Kroger. That's all I'm gonna do it for time. Still got a few minutes?
You just keep going. I don't care anymore. You're in charge now, boy.
Where do we go from here? I don't know. Let's see. We could. Tonight's Pandez portion is brought to you in part by new material, and in part by old material. Because I can remember this. So let's talk about Monz. Monz is fun. Some people have probably heard Monz, but I can remember right now. But Monz is adorable. She is originally from Britain and moved over to Canada. And she is an English teacher who still, to this day, 40 years later, still has a British accent. She's like, if you combined Mrs. Doubtfire and the Queen of England, that would be my mom, Monz. And hello! And I never forget the first time she called me at work when I moved down to Michigan. I'm at work and all of a sudden I hear from the side, thud, and I look over and my technician is just fall over laughing. Mrs. Doubtfire's asking for you on 101. That's my mom. That's my mom. She is intriguing, to say the least. Let's see, what should we tell? One time, I was really into working out, as you can obviously tell.
Yes.
I was working out, really trying to muscle up, and I was with my family, and you know they were all being encouraging. Yeah, keep working out those pecs and those glutes and those bis and those tris, and then Monz chimes in, and you'll sphincter. Did I mention we were out to dinner at a fancy restaurant when this happened? Mom's favorite, it was like, you know, you have that background hum of like people talking and the clinking on the plate. All of that's to a halt. And everyone is looking going, why did that old lady yell sphincter? Is that like a British dish or something, you know? Like spotted dick, sphincter? You know? Waiter, more sphincter, please. And we're all looking at her like, why did you yell sphincter, Mom? Well, it's a muscle. I saw it on one of my medical shows. Not wrong. Sort of. It's not a muscle I want to work out with my trainer at the gym. Like, all right, this is the Ass Buster 9000 over here. Watch out for this. There's 2 bottles. One is spray alcohol for after, and the other is spray lube for the beginning. If you mix up these 2 bottles, you will have a bad time. I saw someone use the alcohol first by mistake, and I heard, ah, and that was coming from his butthole. But here's what you do, okay? Spray the lube, get down, squeeze! Look, can your ass press 900 pounds? No. Nor do I intend it to. This is not something my trainer and I are going to do together. Luckily, my sister-in-law, she's a nurse, she leaned in, she whispered in my mom's ear where that particular muscle is. And my mom, she's already Caucasian, but she went pure albino white. Like, she only said like 7 more words the rest of the night. Wait, more wine, please. And then when he brought it, leave the bottle. No. Water. 5 minutes. What can I do in 5 minutes? Okay, we all know what I can do in less than 5 minutes. Let's see.
You need a rubber band?
I'll need a whole pack of rubber bands. You know, usually I look over to Alkali and I ask him how much time left, and he usually asks me to sing a song. But this time I'm just going to do it voluntarily. And he inspired me. He and Xander, they inspired me. We were discussing Christmas jingles. Like a particular video that they filmed, the 12 Days of Yifmas or whatever the hell it's called. And I'm like, oh man, you know, that's a really great song. I should probably write a few, maybe about them. Would you like to hear a little song about Xander that happens?
I'm scared.
to the tune. You might you can hum along, you won't know the words. You will not know the word. You can guess, but you won't know them. All right. So Xander's song is to the tune of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Him, him, him. Xander the Blue-Pawed Dragon had a really big dick. And everyone who saw it said, hell no, that will not fit. Some of the macro furries still winked at him and called his name. But he just turned them all down. They're just in it for the fame. Then one Friday, Furfest Eve, Alkali did say, Xander, with your giant cock, tonight, my dear, you're gonna top. I think I went a little Jimmy Durante there for a second. You ever have the feeling that you wanted to go, still have the feeling that you wanted to stay? Oh, I never was that. Then there were grunts and moaning, heard throughout the whole hotel, and up in the room of pandas. Oops, that's another tale to tell.
Holy fuck.
Oh, alkali. Oh, alkali. Oh, alkali, oh, alkali, you have a lovely Jufro. Oh, alkali, we love to watch that thing grow. Here's a coupon for you to use. Instead of one pizza, you'll get two. All right. Gotta wrap up the last. This one I haven't finished yet, but I'll give you the beginning of it. It's, of course, has to be about me. I gotta end on myself. I'm narcissistic like that. If I can remember the song, that is. It's Frosty the Snowman. Oh my God, I can't even remember my own song.
And Hopo too.
And as the Virgin.
How did I not see that coming?
No one ever saw me coming. I cannot remember it, so I think I have to end on that note prematurely, like usual. So everyone, please give a round of applause for Alkali!
Yeah, I am, bastard. Hi! I have no idea what I'm doing because a few people dared me to come up with new material at the last panel. So I started writing down things I drunkenly told to other people. And that's the problem. I had somebody come up to me and like, you know, we just want to say, Alkali, we really don't approve of the way that you make drinking look sexy. I make drinking look sexy the same way Chris Farley in a Speedo looks sexy. It's funny to watch the train wreck, but backstage, we're just crying. Drinking has gotten me into a lot of trouble. It's what I do. And I do it for my job. I learned to drink because of my industry. I'm an alcoholic. You know us as stockbrokers, but it's the same thing. And drinking causes things to happen at work. One of the things that happens is you don't have much of a filter. And as you've seen in many things, it's an old, it's pretty common knowledge that we swear like sailors at work. we're not interested in bettering ourselves because, I mean, how could you defeat perfection? I make drinking sexy. So one day at work, we decided not to better ourselves, mind you, just to do it. That's how bored and weird we can get. We put out a swear jar. We didn't want to stop swearing. We just wanted to see how many quarters existed in the universe. We planned out 1 week, and the next week all of us came in with rolls of quarters. We were able to order a pizza feast once a week with the quarters in the swear jar. Now that in itself, you guys have jobs, I'm sure you swear at those jobs, that shouldn't be that surprising. Quarters are money, it's currency. But then there was the one day that we got a lobster dinner. The same day that it started. Because we have a broker at work, his name is John. Not my friend John, this is Mean John. Mean John has a lot of very big clients, and one small one. This one small one is his brother-in-law. Oh, you're already on the same page as me. Yes, he had this account because it's family. You have to have it as family. And I listened to him sit on the phone for 20 minutes with this gentleman on a slow day. And it started. Yes, you could get into that commodity. No, you shouldn't do that. Yes, you could, no, don't do that. 20 minutes later, all of us are standing around him just making faces as this poor schmuck because we don't like each other and we were bored. But he won because he opened the side drawer the second his conversation was done and pulled out a bank box of quarters, went over to the swear jar, and did the greatest impersonation of Elmer Fudd I had ever seen in my life. You racket-frackin' son of a cracker! And it went on for 5 minutes. The HR representative came out of her office, walked over, and said, "What is going on out here?" And Trent, without missing a beat, went, "Magic." He put $58 in quarters into a swear jar. He put in the rest of the money and we had lobster. I have a problem with swearing. I have a problem with just kind of saying almost what I'm thinking. You know that voice? It sits right here. Yeah, you could totally kill it with tequila. Yeah, he died. The corpse is there. It's awkward sometimes because it hums. Your body is a finely tuned casing of meat. Things are happening under your skin that you don't realize. Liquid that sometimes you vomit out is traveling through your veins, allowing you to do things like feel and touch and move, and that body needs to be recharged. It needs a small break, and that break is sleep. And that's why your brain's an asshole. Because, well, the rest of your body is laying there. It's like, finally, he stopped walking around the convention. Or, Jesus Christ, does he need to masturbate 40 times a day? Yes? It finally has its moment to relax. And as you're laying there, this motherfucker goes, "Watch out, you're falling down some steps." Ah, fuck! Oh, fuck you! That's the body of that voice. He's messing with you. But that's okay, because sometimes your body needs a vacation. Because sleep is just a respite. Tequila is your vacation. Because if you truly want to believe what I am saying, if you want to have proof positive that when you drink your body is on vacation, film it. Holy fuck is your body on vacation when you watch that video the next day. I was at a wedding. And that wasn't my body on the dance floor. Because it was limber. And it did the worm. From one side of the room to the other. With people following it because I was leading a conga line. And when I reached that wall and hit the wall, I believe it was Xander who went, "Hey, it's like a Roomba, maybe he'll turn." And started making vacuum noises. My friend showed me this video, followed me around, so there's a bunch of people, dun 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 dun, and I'm with the front. I was running to the wedding next door. And I led that conga line to their open bar, and then invited them all back to the other wedding, and we combined, apparently, and the night ended with me at a table. And the woman who ran the facility, not part of either wedding, was seated next to me with a hand over my shoulder and a fur-squared flask, smiling at the camera. He goes, "Guys, what was this?" He said, "She challenged you to a drinking contest and then just let you drink until you passed out." Yeah, your body's on a vacation, guys. Trust me. I live with this wonderful, wonderful dragon who has brought joy, true joy into my life, and a cat. This cat has a problem because it's defying physics. I like to think I'm an intelligent individual, but this cat has proven me wrong. Because this thing shits in my house. It's fine, it's in the litter box, it's fine, but it is shitting in my house. My house, shitting. And then I feed it. And I have to think, wait a minute. That's the food. I'm creating the vicious circle of shitting in my house. Well, I'm not gonna feed you. How's that, cat? Meow. Fucking cuteness. You see, I worked nights for the longest time. I used to work a very strange schedule, which would put me home anytime between 4 and 6 in the morning. And the cat got used to that. And I don't want to wake him up at 4 and 6 in the morning, but what does wake up is this cat, who I'm assuming is just waiting at the window with a gun. This is what I imagine it does when no one's watching. Sometimes it's get this thing called the zoomies, where it just knocks over a lamp. We call it the zoomies because I'm going to zoom it out of my house and throw the lamp at it. It's broken anyway. But I used to feed it at 4 or 6 in the morning. But then I got this new shift, I get home at midnight. So when I get home, the cat's just awake and annoying, but it leaves us alone because we're terrifying and we have Hitler fans on. If you don't know what a Hitler fan is, watch the Dragon Show. He can touch a fan and that cat gets terrified. I'm assuming it knows I'm a Jew and thinks I'm trying to get some kind of revenge on it. Well, now when I get home at 4 in the morning, exhausted, my mate laying in bed, with all the covers around him, like a dragon burrito. And since he's farted so much in his sleep, he smells like one. Let's don't do that. It's actually fun. To get him to unwrap himself from the covers, all I got to do is say Taco Bell, he farts and they just... The bed is made. It's amazing. Just air pressure. When I finally lay down in bed, close my eyes, all of a sudden here, meow. Hello, cat. Do you want food? Meow. If I get you food, will you leave me alone? Meow. One night I decided to fight back. One night I decided I'm not going to feed the cat. I was tired. So I was laid down. A minute later, cat. Fine. Meow. Meow. It attacked my tongue. And it's not declawed. Apparently my tongue looks like a tasty, tasty fish. And it shoved not one, but two balls. I don't know how it did it. It's a four-legged animal. One paw, okay, this makes sense. The other paw, this makes sense. How did you... with such accuracy. So the cat tried to make me deep throat her paw. I gave up, got out of bed, walked to the kitchen, put food on a plate. The cat looked at me, went, meow, sniffed it, and went and took a shit in my living room. Good move, cat. Good move. Probably took my time because I have no idea what I'm doing.
7:52.
So, some of you know that I'm the financial director of IFC. They made a terrible mistake. They left the Jew in charge of their money. So they have more money now, but I'm not allowed to tell them how much, because then they would spend it. So I just give them random numbers that don't actually make sense. Like, hey, what's in the bank account now? Fourth Thursday of the month. And then Des, knowing me well, was like, oh, we're doing good. Thursday's a good day. But recently I had to take care of the event insurance. Because when you run a convention, you have to understand there's a lot of things that go into running a convention, and one of those things is you people are, I'm trying to think of a way to combine a furry and a tornado. And it's known, I'd like to say tornado, but that doesn't really capture the destructive adorableness of you people. A furricane kind of works. Especially if you talk to the people who clean up after us at the hotel. You just, the best thing I ever heard from a woman who was a janitorial staff at a hotel. She's like, oh, you're back this year, how great! I'm gonna go buy the new vacuum now. Staff at a hotel is always great. If you're kind to your staff, they're kind to you. I run a con suite right here. Downstairs, we needed, they're called speed trays, the ones where you fill up the racks, you can put food on it. Last night I searched everywhere for these things. I actually had 2 staff looking with me. We found 8 of them, maybe 10 of them. And today, while they were cleaning up from the super sponsor brunch, I see the same guy that I asked rolling a tray of just 100 of these things just stacked up. And he looked at me, and he looked at the stack. He smiled, and just did this. I love this hotel. At IFC, Des called me super excited. He said, you're never going to believe what we're going to have. I'm like, sleep? I was like, no, fuck you. He said, we're going to get 2 Ferraris to show up to our convention with the Indy 500 theme. And I went, that's very expensive. What did you do? He's like, no, there's no cost at all. One of the attendees, he knows a guy, he's gonna bring them. Like, dude, Ferraris are $125,000 to $250,000 a piece. We have to insure that shit. And he's like, fuck. I'll call you back. So I got them insured to be at the event. And the assurance was 4 figures. It was over $1,000 to insure these things. Now something else happened where I had to go to my insurance provider and take care of some things, and while I was there I was going over all the policies that I had for the current weekend for my con, and I was reading the FurCon policy, and I squinted, because obviously I was misreading it. I called my rep over and I asked, could you explain this paragraph to me? He's like, oh yeah, actually I'd love for you to explain that to me. Okay, I think there was miscommunication. We're not racing the Ferraris inside the hotel. At all. Ever! Why? And she looked, she goes, thank God we thought you guys were going to destroy everything in the most glorious fashion I've ever seen. And I looked at her, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't mind that this happened, but I mean, did you think that that's what we were gonna do? And I shit you not, the line she said to me, I will remember forever. She said, well, I looked up furries. Yep, we ruined everything. So I'm gonna leave you with a fast one. We talked about my job. Xander asked me to tell this one because he thought it was funny. I don't, because I hate making other people's jobs harder.
Fire.
But sometimes your job is just going to be difficult. So I want to tell you when jobs go wrong. Because at my industry and where I work, we don't have respect for basically anything, let alone each other. But we do have an HR department that wants to kill themselves. And they made us go to sensitivity training. And in sensitivity training, they had us sit down and they started giving scenarios. And when we sat down, in front of us was a laminated green piece of paper and a laminated red piece of paper. They said, when the scenario we tell you is acceptable, hold up the green. When it's not, hold up the red. And Trent raised his hand and said, what if it's questionable? Like, well, sir, there's no yellow card. And Trent goes, oh, we'll just hold them up together then. This person we hired to come into our company to teach us sensitivity training, he said, no. There is no yellow card. Trent goes, no, don't worry, we'll just hold them up together. And this gentleman, not understanding where he was, went, I guess so. 99 out of 100 questions, 20 people in the room, all were yellow. It's like, yeah, that's barely right. That is barely right. I'm sure, I mean, Dan was asking for it, but I didn't even ask. We got into a whole discussion of what happens when I go to the bathroom alone. And this HR guy is standing at the front of the room, and I heard him say under his voice, there is no yellow card. I found out later from our HR rep that every time he does this, some of their scenarios that are supposed to be so questionable that somebody in the audience actually says, like, well, that's a little questionable. And his line, his prepared line, because it always happens, is supposed to be, there's nothing that's questionable about office etiquette. And how can you say that if the answer to every single question was like, yeah, I can see that in certain situations you would need to pee on someone. What if they were on fire? What if they were on fire? And to this day, all of my coworkers, because it was just our group, all of us in our drawer, where we keep highlighters, printer ink, pencils and pens, there is a green sheet of paper with a red one stapled to it just like this. And anytime somebody goes too far, we just reach and go, that's questionable, buddy. Guys, can I get my thumbs up here? Ladies and gentlemen, it is our privilege to do this panel. We have now been doing this for, I think this is our fourth year? Something like that. Fourth or fifth year, I don't know, I'm drunk. I'm drinking sexy. Sorry if you were the person who complained. Guys, we absolutely love doing this. We formed this group, and it is one of our greatest pleasures and privileges to perform in front of the fairy community at so many conventions. Guys, this is Xander the Blue. This is the Ever Funny Pandas. My name is Alkali. Thank you for joining us. We hope we entertained you, and guys, good night. In 1 hour in secondary events, that is the Rosemount?
Yes.
1 hour in secondary events, the second to last panel that I'm running, I think that's your last panel of the time, and you're on it, guys, oh boy, the Dragon Show Live will be in 1 hour. They listened to you, they listened. It is in secondary events, guys. We've got Rosemount, so thank you for all of you. I guess if you want this in a bigger room, you'll have to talk to them. This is a bigger